Okay, so here we are. We're looking at Z57. So my name is Robert Newman. I'm the founder of Inbound Real Estate Marketing, and I'm a 10-year veteran in the real estate online marketing business. You can check out my About page if you want to look on my website, InboundREM, if you want to learn a little bit more about me. So Z57 is kind of a real estate IDX website, and again, just in case you're just tuning in, this is a review for the top 20 makers of real estate websites. So if there's somebody out there making real estate websites that is somewhat legitimate, I'm doing a video review along with a blog post on all of them. So Z57 and Zurple made my list, and they're both owned by the same company. Now, over the last 4 years, these companies have been bought by Constellation Software Services, then sold to Perseus. This guy, Ryan Whitlock, he is the CEO of Z57. So he was told to be the CEO of both Z57 and Zurple back in 2012. Then he had to step down as Ryan Owen got tapped to actually be the CEO of the company that he founded, which was Zurple. Then Ryan Whitlock, in the acquisition, once again became CEO of both companies. And I find that to be a little bit sad, and here's why. Z57 has one of the worst reputations in the entire industry. Glassdoor, 86 reviews. They have 3-point stars. It makes them one of the worst reviewed companies to work for in all of real estate tech. Their better business reviews, 19 reviews with 3.7 stars. My personal experience with Zurple, which is now the same company or owned by the same company as Z57, the salesperson I spoke to, and I didn't catch this, so it's my fault. I agreed to a 6-month contract. He sent me a 12 and threatened us with legal action if we canceled early. I could go on and on. Z57 and Zurple have both demonstrated really poor sales tactics, really horrible customer service. Again, all you have to do is go to my blog, and you'll see real estate agents and brokers like yourself who've come in without solicitation and left comments on my blog about their results with Zurple, which is now owned by the same company as Z57 and run by the same guy that's run Z57 for 20 years. So whatever Ryan does or doesn't do, he obviously isn't all that concerned about customer service, because he can see just as well as we can. So we got 23 votes on Active Rain, which is nothing but realtors leaving reviews for other realtors, and it's 1.2 stars, making them one of the lowest rated providers in the entire internet world. This is what a Z57 website looks like. The cost of these ranges from $99 to $500 to set up, plus $99 a month. The sales tactics used to be, and probably still are, highly high pressure. In other words, stay on the phone. If you don't want the site, I'll drop the price. I'm going to keep trying to close you repeatedly. Just make an offer. You don't like the offer, I'm going to add some situational pressure to the offer that says that you must buy now or the price is gone forever, so on and so forth. Anybody that's ever been to any kind of high pressure sales environment understands exactly what kind of tactics might be used. And if you don't, go ahead and give Z57 a call. You'll find out soon enough. So, but here's the thing. So I say all that, and then you're like, well, why are they on your top 20 list? And that is a really damn good question. Here's the thing. Z57 and Zurple both have a proprietary technology that you will not find anywhere else in real estate or anything close to it. They have what's called behavioral email marketing. Okay? Based on the activity of a registered user with a website. So somebody registers with your IDX, your information data exchange system, which is managing the properties that are delivered by the MLS. And they see that you've looked at, let's call it 6 properties. So they send an email that appears like it's coming from you, the realtor, and says, hey, we've noticed that you've been looking at these properties in the Bedrock neighborhood of Denver. Do you have any questions? It sounds like you logged into your IDX, watched what they were doing, and then emailed them. And the reason that these guys stay in business is that every once in a while, it's pretty much the only marketing out there where it is unbelievably Like, you can just let the system operate, and eventually, at some point, somebody's going to call you up ready to buy. That's it. I'm ready to buy. I want a house here at this price. Show it to me. And there's no other marketing tools in real estate that will do that. Now, if you were to ask me, is the advantage worth the pricing, I would say probably not. If you're super experienced, like me and my clients decided not to take them to court or worry about the contract because we are getting value out of our Zurple account. The reason we're getting value out of our Zurple account is because I'm running it and I know how to take advantage of this behavioral email marketing system, and I've uploaded a ton of old leads we were doing nothing with, and we've closed like 4 extra sales out of them at this point. So if you have resources, you understand what you're doing, and those 4 sales, it's like an extra $1.6 million in total gross revenue. So yes, Zurple is going to cost us $12,000 this year, but we've already realized our profit, and I didn't charge my client to run the Zurple account, so that they're not, like, there is no extra cost for me. So they're coming out ahead, and they also feel pretty good about the fact that they had leads that they were doing nothing with that turned into profit, because these were leads that they worked, that didn't respond, then we used them. So if you know what you're doing, if you really know what you're doing, and you're an experienced marketer, you have somebody on your staff that you feel is an experienced marketer, you can take advantage of these services and probably make money in a way that you wouldn't with almost any other product. But you're going to have to deal with a lot of headaches. My customer service experience with Zurple has been atrocious. It took me like 4 separate emails to get them to upload a list, something they said they'd do in the very beginning. I've had to place multiple calls to them. I've negotiated for 2 separate clients. They're extremely hard to work with and always will say, hey, you signed a contract, so, screw you. We'll take you to court if you void your contract. So once you're in, you're either in or you're going to have a really big headache getting out. So all these things are really iffy. And my opinion is that most likely this all is top down. I think that Ryan Whitlock's probably some old school CEO type who just says it's my way or the highway. And I don't ultimately think he has a real decent value for customers. And I think that Z57's decreasing user base is an example of that. So what is my ultimate review on Z57 themselves as a company? Well, if you don't have a lot of money and you've got a little time on your hands and you'd like to see what a behavioral email marketing system does, and you're sitting on a list of contacts of someone else, or Z57 might be worth a call. If all these things fall into place and you understand walking in that there's going to be this hurdle and bad customer service and probably a high pressure sales pitch, unfortunately their technology is so good that you still might want to use them. Very specifically, like if you've got 5,000 leads you're doing nothing with, like you're not doing anything with, and you're not likely to go out and learn email marketing, and you're not going to hire an email marketing expert to run a really solid email marketing campaign for you, these guys are actually cheap in comparison to what they do. I know that sounds confusing, but like even at $385 a month for Zurple, like MailChimp and other email servers like that, they become that pricey real quick. Plus you have to have somebody to run your campaign. This is automated. So you upload your list and it runs. The recommendations about how and when to use Zurple and Z57 both are very circumstantial. And while I understand very well that this is going to sound like a put on, I do a 1-hour consultation. You might want to use 30 minutes of my time if you have a real specific question, because the quality of your list, how old the leads are, because you're obligating yourself to use Zurple to a year, and their platform, the licensing fee is the $385. That's the minimum amount you can spend. So it's a $5,000 decision, and that's why I'm saying it is very specific. I have made that decision for my clients. It's proven to be profitable. Even if we never made another penny, we would have profited. And since they're not paying for labor, they're definitely coming out ahead. But and hopefully we're going to come out way more ahead, maybe 10 sales off leads we weren't using, which is going to be an extra somewhere in the neighborhood of about $4 million in revenue. So that's not commissions, obviously, but revenue, gross revenue. But still, even with those numbers, even at the brokerage's very small percentage point, that was all a good decision. It's rock solid. But you'd have to be sitting on all the same assets to make that worthwhile. Anyway, hope you found this useful. This was a review about Z57, which is a real estate website provider. You do not own Z57 websites, by the way. You are locked into them forever in a contract that they are equally as aggressive about trying to maintain as Zurple. All right, that's it. Hope you got something from this. Leave me any comments if you have any questions.